Alright everybody, we're going to be installing this Gorilla Lift trailer tailgate lift assist on my dad's 16-foot utility trailer. That tailgate has some modifications to it to make it a little stronger, which made it heavier. We load a Kubota tractor on and off this trailer quite a bit. So my dad went ahead and ordered this thing after seeing another trailer at Menards with this on it. And I'm going to go ahead and get this installed for him. I'm hoping that my latch for the trailer back there for the lift gate doesn't interfere, but it should be a fairly straightforward install. You're going to need a drill with a 1/2-inch bit, drill bit. You're going to need a couple sockets, tape measure because I want the passenger side to match my driver's side, and then an impact. You can use a ratchet, but I'm going to use an impact because I have one. First thing we're going to do, we're going to take one side. There's two pieces. The instructions say you want to have the Gorilla Lift and seize the power on the outside for branding purposes. I could put this on the other side, it wouldn't matter. But the big thing is you want to have this angled end towards the tailgate, because that's where the cable is going to come out and attach to your tailgate. The instructions say to mount this 1/4 inch back from the edge of the railing. I can't do that because obviously I have my tailgate latch in place. I'm hoping if I mount it far enough back that it won't interfere, because the cable should come out and it'll be at an angle. I just got to make sure that when I lift this up it doesn't interfere. That might be an issue. I don't think it'll be that big of an issue. I might even slide it a little bit further back just to help. So when you got this in place kind of where you want it, take a Sharpie, and I'm going to mark the front in the middle. That way when I separate these I can put it back, but then you're going to mark the holes on the inside. Now with all of our marks in place, I'm going to go ahead and drill them all with a 1/2-inch bit. The instructions say this is oversized. You could get away with a smaller bit, but I think they do it oversized because it's a carriage bolt. I'm going to take my center punch. Alright, now that you got your holes drilled, you're going to take these carriage bolts and you're going to put them in the hole. I did read that the #1 complaint is that if you have a tube frame or railing that's square, like square tubing or round, that these bolts aren't long enough. So keep that in mind. You might have to go buy 8 bolts that are a little bit longer to fit your trailer, if your trailer isn't fitted with angle iron side rails. All right, that's pretty good. Now we're going to find the nuts that fit that. I gotta make sure I don't need a washer. All right, it didn't say anywhere in the instructions about putting washers on this, and being that this is a nut that has a flange on it, I don't think I need a washer. All right, now that you got all your bolts threaded up, I'm gonna start here with the back and make sure this is nice and straight. And I didn't run into any issues with my fender or anything like that. All right, based on where some of my bolt holes landed, I had to grab a box end wrench just to have access to them. All right, now that you got your rail all mounted up, I did run into an issue where I can't really get this one tight. As you can see, it wiggles. I just need a different socket. And none of my deep wells are long enough, and my 1/2-inch impact is too fat to fit up in there. So I'm gonna have to figure something out for that. But the next step is to run the spring and cable so that your cable comes out this end. And then the instructions say insert your 1/2-inch clevis through both of the looped ends. All right, now that you got your clevis and your washer and your pin, we're gonna go down here to the other end and we're gonna insert the rollers. Per the instructions, it says insert the top roller first, making sure the cable is underneath. Slide the clevis pin through. Insert 2 washers. There's 1, 2, and then insert your clevis pin. Now that we got the top one in place, we're going to do the bottom one, and that goes the same way. Make sure you're in the groove, otherwise it's not going to work properly. Pretty cool crop duster. It's one reason why I like living out in the country. All right, now that your rollers are installed, we got this little S hook. It's a temporary hook for you to hook it here. I think it's crop dusting across the street. All right, so let's see how one works. I think it's gonna work pretty good. All right, this is only with one. I'm gonna see how smooth this works. That is a lot lighter. Here he comes. All right, now we're going to drill a hole to mount this. All right, per the instructions, it says to put a flat washer on and then slide your cable through, and then put your lock nut flat, smooth surface first. And you might need 2 people for this, you might not. There we go. All right, my impact wouldn't fit, so I got a little ratchet wrench. I'm just gonna use this to tighten it up. All right, that cable is installed. So the good thing is it doesn't interfere with this. And yeah, that's how you gotta install that. It's the exact same thing on the other side, so I'm not gonna show you that side. Yeah, not hard to install at all. Now I gotta do the other side, so that's how you install one of these gorilla lifts. This is the 6-month review of the Gorilla Lift liftgate system that I installed. If you haven't seen that install, I did a video on that and didn't really follow the directions too closely. I was trying to save a couple things on my trailer without having to remove them. Instructions say to mount this 1/4 inch back from the edge of the railing. I can't do that because obviously I have my tailgate latch in place. I'm hoping if I mount it far enough back that it won't interfere, because the cable should come out and it'll be at an angle. I just got to make sure that when I lift this up it doesn't interfere. That might be an issue. I don't think it'll be that big of an issue. I might even slide it a little bit further back, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But if you haven't seen that, click the link at the top of the video, or there'll be a link in the description below. I installed this because that lift gate is modified. There's extra bracing. We put a tractor on and off this trailer quite a bit. With that extra metal, it got really heavy to the point where my dad had a hard time lifting the gate by himself, and it was even a struggle for me sometimes, and I'm not a small guy. I want to say that's probably 100 pounds just by itself with all the added steel. So my dad seen a gorilla lift on the side of another person's lawn trailer for a lawn business, remembered the name, took a picture of it, and then ordered a set for his trailer. Great company. Their customer service is outstanding. That spring over there, for whatever reason, exploded on me when I installed it. The first time I lowered the gate, it just snapped. The inner spring was good. The outer spring just uncoiled. They sent me a whole new spring system and didn't even ask for that back. So I have spare parts now for anything that breaks, because I'm going to steal, if I fray a cable, I'm going to steal the cable off of the spring that broke. So great customer service. I had to contact them through Facebook because their email system on their website, no one ever got back to me. But when I messaged them on Facebook, they were back within a day. Pretty cool people. So far, I like this system. Let's talk about what I had to do differently. If you remember in the previous video, I tried to install this a little further back because I had my tailgate latch was right here up on top, and the instructions say that you want to have it about a 1/2 inch back from the back rail like this is mounted now. What happened was it did work, but the cable actually frayed right here because it started rubbing on the end of this angle iron on the top of my rail. So we had to basically bite the bullet, cut that off. My dad ordered new brackets for the tailgate to latch it in place. We don't need those. Honestly, this liftgate system is strong enough to keep it closed. We don't want to take the chance of it coming open, so we welded on new brackets to hold the tailgate in place on both sides. Now it's mounted in the position that it calls for in the instructions, and it works great. This is the original location where I previously drilled the bolt. If you remember, guys, this was a really long bolt, and it had a head on this. What my uncle did was he cut it off and drilled a hole so we could put a cotter pin in here, because he likes to remove the entire gate because he loads pallets of wood on this trailer, and it's easier to back the tractor or the forklift up where he picks it up right to the edge of the gate and push it forward. So we modified it in a way to where he can easily do that without having to undo the bolts and having to pull this entire thing off. All he has to do is pull the cotter pin, slide the cable off, and then the gate's ready to go. And we did that on both sides. If you're wondering if this is going to help you in your situation with your lift gate, one of those made this tailgate so I could open it and close it with one hand. Two of them, it's perfectly balanced where I have it. Right now, I have it unlocked. My gate latches are not locked in. You can see that right here. It's not locked in. They're out. So it's holding it closed. Hopefully my trailer doesn't tip back. It just locked back in. There we go. So one-handed, it's perfectly balanced. As I say that, it closes itself. But like I said, I mean, I can do this stuff one-handed now. It's really great. And it'll slowly fall. No more crashing to the ground, which is awesome because I drop this on concrete a lot. It makes lowering and lifting it way easier. And just to prove it, I'm holding my phone with one hand and one finger. Literally one finger. That easy. Do I recommend it? 100%. Does it save my back? Yes, it does. If you're considering getting one of these, I highly recommend it. This is my 6-month review on it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and if you want more content like this, let me know.